And now to a rare look inside a wing of Buckingham Palace, rarely seen by the public. King Charles is now opening it up to visitors for the very first time this summer, and our Maggie Rulli got a special tour, including that iconic palace balcony.
It's one of the most famous balconies in history. For nearly 200 years, we've seen members of the royal family up there celebrating coronations, weddings, jubilees, and trooping the color.
Come on in.
But now you too can get a king's eye view of London.
We are standing in the center room of Buckingham Palace, and it's a place you probably better recognize from the outside, because right there, that is the iconic balcony where the royals stand to give their wave.
This summer, King Charles is opening the east wing of the palace to the public with 3 rarely seen spaces. The yellow drawing room, the 240-foot corridor that spans the width of the palace.
It's incredible to think about the generations of royals that have stood and walked right here. Oh, wow!
And the center room, the holding area for the family before they step out into the spotlight.
You've been everywhere in Buckingham Palace. Have you stepped foot on the royal balcony?
No.
Not even you?
That's the one place that is reserved exclusively for members of the royal family.
Before now, only palace insiders knew what the center room really looked like, with the exception of the odd glimpse.
I wish you a Christmas of peace on earth.
Like during the King's Christmas address last year. The room, often depicted in film and TV, including the crown. We now know they didn't exactly get it right.
Why open up the East Wing now?
His Majesty the King is very keen on public access. He's passionately interested in the collection, and this is a fantastic opportunity to share these spaces.
Royal fans can view paintings acquired by King George IV, as well as antique English and French furniture and works of art from Japan and China. The wing, built by Queen Victoria, the balcony, her way to connect with the public.
That tradition has continued over the centuries and still happens today.
And ABC's foreign correspondent Maggie Rulli joins me now from Buckingham Palace for more. Maggie, this wing of Buckingham Palace is hardly ever seen by the public. So when does it open, and what does the process of planning a visit entail?
All right, Dan, I have to start with a little bit of bad news. The bad news is that these tours of the East Wing are already sold out. They sold out within hours of them being opened up online. But now we have a lot of good news, okay? So the good news is that we were told more tours of the East Wing will be offered. And on top of that, this is sort of a trend they want to start. And potentially more private palace tours could also be offered down the road. And in even more good news, Dan, you can also still book tours of the rest of Buckingham Palace. So even if you've missed the East Wing this year, there are still other rooms that are part of their annual summer pass that you can visit here at Buckingham Palace. Those are still available on their website. You can go to the website, check it out. Around $35 for an adult, half that price for kids. So, Dan, you too can still visit and practice your royal wave. Don't worry.
I'll be practicing anyway, right? Just a little, how am I doing? How am I doing? There we go. See, Maggie, you're natural, though, and we all think you're a queen around here. So what was that moment like to finally fulfill your royal destiny and get that view and that wave from the balcony? Did it feel like destiny to you?
First off, thank you so much for acknowledging that. It really did feel like destiny, Dan. You know, I have to say, though, it was pretty incredible. I have stood right here so many times over the past few years and seen countless royals standing at the balcony you see right behind me. And so to actually be in the room where it happens, to see the view that the royals are seeing, it really was a pinch-me moment. And you just had to think, Diane, of that place where you're standing. So many royals have congregated throughout the past generations. You know, this wing was built by Queen Victoria 175 years ago. Think of all the history that room contains. So being there, getting a chance to be that close to the balcony, it really was a once-in-a-lifetime moment.
And now they're all going to get to say, hey, guys, we're standing right where Maggie Rulli once stood.
That's right. I'm going to say that.
ABC News foreign correspondent and our queen for the day, Maggie Rulli at Buckingham Palace. Maggie, thank you.